Hey guys, Super Godzilla Final Wars here, and today I'm going to be discussing a very important thing that we need to discuss, and that is will there be a How to Train Your Dragon 4? Now, as far as we're aware, How to Train Your Dragon ended with the film How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. It ends with our main characters saying goodbye to their dragons, while at the same time facing the most complicated threat that they ever faced before. And with the rumored live-action version of the How to Train Your Dragon movie coming out very soon, I don't know when. Maybe somewhere in 2024, who knows. But we're talking about the DreamWorks version of How to Train Your Dragon, not the live-action version. So, will we get a How to Train Your Dragon 4? Well, that just depends. So far, we don't even know for sure if we're going to get a How to Train Your Dragon 4. If we do, where will the story take place? Will it still take place with our main characters, or will it take place somewhere in the near future? If it takes place with our main characters, maybe the story should focus more on their children. Like, for example, Hiccup and Asterix children, or Snotlout's children with another person. We don't really know who his love interest really is. One of the twins with fish legs, and the other one with another person. We really don't know. Like, maybe the story can take place with them as they try to figure out how to make dragons and people coexist with each other. Maybe the story will most likely focus on the main characters' children as they try to reunite the dragons with their owners. But that might be a big problem. Because we don't really know if there are still dragon hunters out there. We don't know if every single dragon left the surface. The only ones we did saw left the surface were the ones that were on Berk. That was it. Because we can't ignore the possibility about the world being full of dragons. Because there are still islands possibly undiscovered by Hiccup and his gang. So maybe not every single dragon left the surface. Maybe there are still some dragons left. And again, the story can take place two different ways. It could take place with our main characters as children, or in the future. If the story takes place in the future, then maybe it can somewhat be Dragons of the Nine Realms, but better. And maybe they can actually try to find a more peaceful way how to make dragons and humans coexist. Again, like Dragons in the Nine Realms, but better. For all we know, Dragons in the Nine Realms is not liked a whole lot in the How to Train Your Dragon community. A lot of How to Train Your Dragon fans do not like Dragons in the Nine Realms. And the only problem I have with the Nine Realms being the release of seasons almost every single month. Camp Cretaceous took at least a few years to release their own single season. Now, let's just say that, again, I'm sorry if I keep on repeating the same thing that I said before, but like what I was saying, if the story takes place in the past, like with our main characters, I think it should follow their children as they try to find a way to make dragons and humans coexist with each other again. And we can even say that Hiccup is somewhat against this, because he wanted his dragon to be safe in the safety of other dragons. And we can even say that there's somewhat of a rivalry between Hiccup and his daughter, who, let's say, meets one of Toothless' offspring, and she becomes friends with him. And Hiccup, on one hand, is happy about this, but at the same time, we can see that the old version of Stoic starts to come out of him, where he is just like completely against the idea of dragons and humans coming back together and etc. So we could kind of say it's like a repeat of How to Train Your Dragon, the first film, between Hiccup's relationship with his daughter. Like, he ends up having that same situation that he had with his dad, but being repeated with his daughter. And we can even say that she starts her own dragon riding club, which some of Hiccup's friends are actually okay with it. But Hiccup, being the current chief of Berk, we could just say that he's against the idea because he just wants to have dragons remain as a secret to the world. Toothless, on the other hand, I don't think Toothless will have a similar situation with his offspring, because we don't really know that much about Toothless' backstory. All we know is that he's the last of his kind, and, well, supposed to be the last of his kind, and he's like the only living Night Fury left, and yeah, that's just pretty much it. We don't know what happens to all the others. Like, Grimmel said that he killed all the Night Furies, but we're not 100% sure if he really did kill all the Night Furies. Maybe another dragon did all the work for him. Maybe the film can have a repeat of the first film and have somewhat of a big main dragon villain. And this big dragon villain is like the reason why Toothless is the last of his kind and the reason why the Dragon Hunters are still around. Maybe Hiccup's children find out about this, and knowing that their father won't listen to them, they decide to handle the situation themselves. we can even say that this gigantic dragon created the hidden world. And it drove all the dragons out of the hidden world. But when it came out of the hidden world, it was trying to drive them all back in. And the Night Furies were the only ones that weren't afraid of this dragon. The Night Furies were the only dragons who stood their ground and fight. But with Toothless being the last of his kind, we could say that now this big dragon villain now seeks to wipe out humanity. If we think about it, that would actually be an interesting story for How to Train Your Dragon 4. Like as soon as Hiccup and the people of Berk see this gigantic dragon, and they learn about its origins, they would realize that this dragon basically caused the war between humans and dragons to start in the first place. And that the only dragons that were capable of stopping being this dragon were the Night Furies. And with Toothless being the last of his kind, this will become very difficult. And we can say that during the final battle, Hiccup's daughter loses like a limb, like maybe a hand or a leg. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Or maybe even an eye. And maybe the same thing could be happening to Toothless's children, like one of them that Hiccup's daughter happens to have a close bond with. And with that, there were no more dragon hunters. There are no more dragon hunters. Let's just say that would be like the fourth and true final movie, where Hiccup's daughter achieved something that he could not achieve: true peace between humans and dragons. No dragon hunters, no battles between dragons and humans, just peace. Dragons and humans learn to coexist with each other. And we can even have a moment where Hiccup apologizes to his daughter and she forgives him. Like, that is what I would think would make a perfect fourth movie of the How to Train Your Dragon series. And who knows, maybe this fourth movie could be the final movie of the How to Train Your Dragon franchise. Then again, these are just my opinions and my thoughts and my little theories about how this film could be. Maybe we might not get a How to Train Your Dragon 4, maybe we will get a How to Train Your Dragon 4. That just depends. Because if a lot of people are talking about a possibility of a How to Train Your Dragon 4, then we'll get a How to Train Your Dragon 4. And once again, who knows, maybe it'll be a better version of Dragons: The Nine Realms, if it does take place in the future. Anyways, that's it for this video, so I hope you guys like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.